Good afternoon, teacher and classmates. Today we are going to present the final results that were obtained in the simulator of the company Sparkling CO. This work is presented by the following participants: Kama Vanessa, Chamilco Edith, Chara Luis, Donaire Irsi, Santibáñez Jaime, Romero Joseph, and the person who is talking now, Janse Ani. In this, we are going to present 8 important points that are going to explain by my classmates, and we are going to describe our strategic plan, also the evolution of our strategic that were made by 5 decisions. Also, we are going to talk about the sales of goods sold, profits and loss since 2020 until 2025, the real versus the budget. Also, we are going to describe the evolution of our OQRS. We are going to compare our profits and loss of the budget versus the real. Also in 5 years, we are going to describe an important point that is market share evolution since 2020 until 2025, the conclusions and recommendations, and to final point, the metacognition.
Describe your strategic plan, your initial plan. Income, and in the income, we have two current clients, which are Spain, Portugal, and French, in which it will be implemented increase in the level of technology, decrease in cost, and 100% factory occupancy. And a new client. In the new clients, we have Italy, Poland, and Mexico, in which we will look for increase price by 0.1 in order to recover investment, to improve volume and improve industrial technology levels, and increase by 60% the budget used to promote the point of sale and the product brand. Use 50% more budget to improve the board of our products. And in the cost, in cost, we have to the company will seek to have the factory at higher technological level that allow it to reduce production costs. It why we also seek to have more efficiency in the organizational areas that allow if is to better manage each record. It why so apply techniques such as economical in the scale and high inventory turnover that allow you to have low production and storage costs.
Greetings, my name is Luis Mauricio. I am a member of the Group 7, and I'm going to describe the evolution of our strategy into 5 decisions, being the first, our growth in sales of 6.69%, A revenue growth in 16%, scaling year by year of 1 point, a factory occupancy of 100%, inventory over total sales 54%, and decrease in unit cost of 56% minus. So I am going to resume this to make it on the time. So I am just going to say our second decision have continued growing sales, continued scaling per year. We still have a factory occupancy of 100%, and our inventory over total sales was still increasing. We got a decrease in unit cost of production in our third decision when we were opening new fabrics. Our grades where sales were still increasing. We still scaling to year. Our inventory was still increasing, but our sales were increasing too. In our fourth decision, we got 5 factories. We still having an inventory of total sales of 98%. We still growing now in sales. We got a decrease of 0% until a fifth decision that was the most important one, when we still growing in sales, but our market was saturated, so we couldn't still growing up. So that's why the percentage is so low of 4.29%. Our revenue growth of 8%, we're still scaling, and our inventory over total sales was of 100, so we sold all we had, and with a decrease in unit cost of 16%. These decisions have taken us to the first place. Thank you. Continuing, we got a sale of goods sold, profits and loss from year 2020 to 2025, real versus budget. We can say that in this graphic of income, spendings, and book benefit, we got a continuous growing in our income and spendings that have been developing from year 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, which I can say we got from 7,967 millions to 40,041,000. So we can actually say we have been growing at the same time as our spends. No, it's a very satisfactory result. Continuing with exposition, I describe the evolution of our OKRs, objectives and key results from year 2020 to 2025. First, we're gonna start with 3 things that are sales, income, and unit cost. Starting with sales and 6 million points, with a pursuit target of 8 million and a half, which were covered with a final result of 16 millions units sold. In our income, we start with almost 8 million monetary units, and with a proposed objective of 12 millions, which were covered, and we're satisfied because we achieved 26 million monetary units, twice what we proposed. In unit cost, we started with a unit cost of 0.37 and proposed it at 0.32. It was covered too because we achieved a 0.42.
Continuing the exposition, good afternoon, teacher. My name is Vanessa Camomani. Is compare your phone is load of the bunker versus real income expression next provision years 2020 of 2025. Years 2021 next the process of net bunker loss 1977.396. Next the process of real net loss 1.405.514 of years all 2022. Next producto o year net bunker loss 374.478. Next producto o real net low 1.462.971. Years all 2023, next productor of net low bunker 2.063.744. Next 4 years real net low 2.926.385. Of years all 2024, Next Producto or Year Loss, Bunker 3.897.029. Next Producto o Real Net Low 5.669.000, 5.369.064. Of Years All 2025, Next Producto o Year Low Bunker 6.089.354. Next Productor or Real Net Low 6.599.290. Next, description you make share evolution or years 200 years old 220 o 225. 225, año 2025, ¿no? Ay, ¿por qué me pasa esto a mí, maldita sea?
My name is Edith Chamito Gamarra, and I'm going to talk about the conclusions and recommendation. As a group, we have chosen 3 points, and the first one is talk about the simulator. The simulator is very nutrition learning tool for the exercise of that course. So we consider that it's the diversity of factors and requirements for making decisions. Some factors like depth, management, marketing, celebrities, technology, and price, among many that have a direct consequence on the result. The second point is all factors is in most areas of the company, such as budget, must be taken into consideration, since ignoring these promises about rating by the simulator, that implying a penalty that affects very negatively the result of that companies. And the last one is one of the most important factors of the simulator is the technology. We consider that that investment in technology is mandatory to be successful, and the cost leadership is to take. So for that reason, allowing to considerable reduce the unit cost of production in the rate of products. So that means that it's possible to massively produce and increasingly competitive prices.
About metacognition, so what we learn about this is that with exercise of the simulator and of course of business game, we have learned to not underestimate the importance of budgets in areas. This is useful because a company works based on how many areas working, and although some of them are not significant or important, they do not belong to the core business. So they provide results that allow the improvement of results from previous years. We assimilate this because we consider geography, technological level, distribution, countries, and the competition, and that talks us about logistics. All this allows us to fine-tune decisions, to prioritize budgets and get results. We learn to structure or organize the times to make efficient decision making, considering that to make decisions all the members have to be convened and brought together, so it's through stricter internal rules we were able to do this. With this, we finish the presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.